Welcome to the voice of Justin Agustin, the health and wellness podcast to help you become a stronger and healthier version of you. Episode 3, No Pain, No Gain. It hurts? Good. Now walk it off. No pain, no gain, son. My coach would often yell that typical phrase from the dugout, sunflower seeds in one hand and a cigarette in the other. This was the mid-90s when I was an all-star Little League baseball player. It was a hot summer day on the field. I didn't feel good at all. From what I recall, it was either a bad cramp from dehydration or a pulled muscle from playing. But what I do remember well is that it was painful. I was curled over the bench when I asked my coach if I could sit the next inning out. He replied, "No pain, no gain, son. Just walk it off." And so I did. I don't remember if we won. I don't remember if the pain magically subsided after I walked it off. But I do remember having that mentality for years and years after. In sport, in fitness, even in my early years as a fitness trainer, I won't lie, I promoted that notion. No pain, no gain. We're taught at a young age to embrace physical pain, to expect pain, to grow with pain, to chase pain. But is it the right path to take in our fitness journey? Should we constantly be searching for the burn? Should we fight through the pain to squeeze another rep? Well, let's talk about it. One thing for sure, pain is inevitable. In all walks of life, we are bound to get hurt if we haven't been already. And that goes for your fitness journey as well. Matter of fact, you might already be experiencing pain in one way or another, and that's why you started your health and wellness journey in the first place, to fix it. But the real question is, should we be searching for it? And is our workout effective if we don't feel that afterburn? The first step is to ask yourself, what are you training for? Athletes go through intense, rigorous workout sessions where they have to fight lactic acid buildup, push through levels of near exhaustion to the point of almost throwing up, and that's just a regular Wednesday workout for them. They push their bodies through intense levels of training to prepare themselves for game day, because on game day, they'll be giving it their all. They'll experience moments where they're literally out of breath, gasping for air. Physical pain where they're expected to push past it, ignore it, and keep on playing. So they need to practice at that level. But most of us are not athletes, and there's nothing wrong with that. We're training for everyday life. We need to train in a sustainable way. If we attempt to sustain an athlete's level of training on a daily basis, chances are, 1, you'll end up getting injured, and 2, you'll just end up hating it when you're not motivated. And you can't always be motivated, so you'll most likely end up giving up. Side note, please listen to The Truth About Motivation, where I go in depth about motivation. It's episode 2 of my podcast. Let me ask you this. How many times have you procrastinated on your workout because you were dreading the soreness that was about to come? How many times have you just not showed up to your routine because you didn't have enough energy that day to bulldoze through your workout at full intensity? The concept of no pain, no gain is cranking the level way too high. And that very pain that used to motivate us will become something that we'll fear and hate. And in the long run, we'll start relating that pain, that fear, and that hate to fitness. It's not supposed to be that way. I'm not lying when I say I truly enjoy working out. I no longer work out with the goal to be sore after. Mind you, it might happen. Soreness is bound to happen, especially if you're starting something new, but it's not supposed to be something that you chase. Soreness and pain is not a good measure of your fitness progress either. You can most definitely experience gains without the pain. Rather than focusing only on intensity, focus on intention. Train with intention. If you're a person who struggles with consistency and every year you start your journey on January 1st only to drop the ball by February, your goal should not be intensity. Your only goal should be consistency. Who cares how much you lift in that workout? Who cares at what level your treadmill is? Who cares how much sweat you dripped? Your only goal should be how many days you show up and how many workouts you didn't skip. Put it this way, In a year from now, 1 whole month of working out at super high intensity is way much less effective than 12 whole months of consistently exercising at a low intensity, for example, like daily walks. I think we all know this, but I also think we overestimate our capacity to sustain our high level of motivation and drive. I do believe we undervalue the effectiveness of low intensity exercise done consistently for a longer period of time. It's the tortoise versus the hare story. Slow, consistent steps will surely get you to the end versus being overly eager. Now, that all said, we still need to do the best of our abilities. We still need to set goals and work hard to achieve them. But I just wanted to remind you that your best that day or that week or that month or even that year might just be to show up. And that's okay. This is a forever thing. There might even be some days where you need to call it a day to rest and recover. And that's okay too. Remember what I said, intention. If your body needs to heal, that should be your intention and focus. You just need to be honest with yourself. And you gotta be honest with yourself on the other side of the spectrum as well. If you feel you can crank up the intensity, go for it. Take yourself to that next level. You might discover that you're stronger and it's time to rank up. You might also discover that you're not ready yet and need to fall back a bit, and that's okay too. That's the journey, that's the fun part. All to say, you don't need to remain in overdrive throughout your whole journey. Anything is better than zero, and even zero can be good for you on those days you need to recover. Fitness doesn't have to be a painful journey. It's a friendly place, and you're meant to enjoy the ride at whatever speed and intensity you choose. You will find gains, I promise. Thank you for tuning in to another episode of The Voice of Justin Agustin. Don't forget to subscribe to my podcast. It would really mean a lot. I'll see you at the next episode.